Hey guys, welcome to Sicily. We're flying the Goodyear F2G-1, nicknamed the Super Corsair, and we're flying it in its fabled racing stripes. And not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. Yeah, so this livery is from the Super Corsair called Race 57. So onwards to the description of the plane. The Super Corsair is a premium drift aircraft and it sits at rank 4, battle rating 6.3 for ARB. The Super Corsair was a development made by Goodyear and they licensed manufactured the Watt F4U Corsair, and it was intended to be a low altitude fighter. For that, they fitted it with the Pratt& Whitney 28-cylinder R4360 Wasp major engine. Yeah, that's a mouthful, and it was nicknamed the Corn Cob. The engine produces almost 3,000 horsepower. So it was called the Corn Cob. If you go into the X-ray view, you can actually see why it was called the Corn Cob. The engine is absolutely massive and it looks like a corn cob. So yeah, there you go. Now some people might find the information of the horsepower to be incorrect, and if they do, they can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I just got my facts from the War Thunder wiki page. I could possibly be incorrect as well. So yeah, only 10 Super Corsairs were ever completed, 5 of which were the F2G-1 land variants. So the in-game version is also one of those land variants. As you can see, it's missing the carrier hook. And in this air battle, we're up against the Germans, the Swedes, and the British. Now, I don't know what Gaijin is doing to the matchmaker, but that's what we get. In my opinion, they are trying to balance the win rate between allies and Axis, so the community won't be able to use the argument of win rate against balancing done by Gaijin. Now, in front of us is, and below us is a lemming train of jet fighters in A21RB, the 262s, and Spitfire. And above us are Top 152s. So I noticed that the Top 152s are committed high above us, so I can totally go down below and engage these jet fighters so we can ease the pressure off our friendlies. And here I make a mistake, the very first mistake, and hopefully the last one. That is, I didn't switch to my primary weapons. There's a new option of being able to cycle through the primary and secondary weapons, and I didn't select it properly, so yeah, I missed that first strafe, but no problem. We're gonna go ahead and engage this 262. He's also smoking. Now, that's a really easy kill. He stalled in front of us. I don't know, something fired at us too. We got lucky. Could have been AA or the A21. I don't know if it was the A21 though, because and the AA could, because sometimes it's just like the AA just literally shreds you to pieces, you know, or sets you on fire. Yeah, those times. Anyway, so this A21, he makes a critical mistake of going into a turn fight, but he probably didn't have an option as he was engaged by the Kika and another F2G and me, myself as well. So that's a 3v1, poor guy. I mean, yeah, he just got really unlucky. But he should have kept his speed. Anyway, so I just strafe him more, and there we go. We check out his tail, and that's the second kill. I am heating up pretty badly, so I reduced my thrust to 100%, and I'm going to activate mech in just a bit. Now I'll talk about mech later on this plane, but for like just in a short description, the mech on this plane is really good. Just keep the prop pitch at 85 and radiators at 50, and you're good to go. And also, if you are heating up, just gain some more speed, and the engine's gonna cool off itself. That also works, yeah. Speed does cool your engine as well. So we see a 262, two Top 152s, and a Spitfire. Now we're gonna turn into them, and we're gonna stay at 100. Even at 100 thrust, this plane picks up a lot of speed. So I just activated auto engine controls because I'm going in dogfight mode, and I want that maximum prop hang if I get into a turn fight. So we strafe this 152, he evades us. We're gonna go after this 262. He is low and slow, and that's his mistake. He lost his tail controls, and he's gonna eat the dust. Yeah, these jet fighters, they could have done really good, but they got overwhelmed, I think. Yeah, Sad, but good for us. Good for us. Yeah. So I'm gonna go after this Ta 152. I'm gonna set mech back on so I can reduce the thermals. If I get into a protracted dogfight, I would be able to manage the thermals. So we see that one of the Ta 152s is turning around for us, and seems like a head-on program. Okay, there we go. We straf him in the general direction, and we got a pilot snipe on that. And the other Ta 152 gets set on fire by this guy Razor. Yeah, so we're just gonna turn around now. There we go. We are heating up still. We're gonna go back to 100% thrust, and we see that our friendly is being tracked by this Tempest. He is really hurting him too. We straf him a little bit, but get a crit only. And the Tempest, he's not having anything. He really wants to go in for him. So I've noticed this mentality a few times. And a lot of times, not a few times in fact, that people tend to throw away their plane and all their advantage just for that one kill. And I think that a player should not do that. You should always work on your strengths, and if you see that you're being outnumbered, just get out of there. Get out of there. Get into an advantageous position. Now, like for example, the Tempest Mark II, he's pretty damn fast. He could easily outrun the F2Gs. Although it will be tough, but still, it is definitely possible for that thing to outrun us. It's also very, very powerful prop plane. I love flying that plane too. It's a treat to fly, and so we're running low on ammo as well. I'm really trying to strafe him down, and I think we affected his flight characteristics enough that he crashed, and the F2G-1 also just went in behind him. I don't know what he was thinking or was on his mind. Maybe he's a new player. I don't know. But okay, so I'm going to go land, rearm, repair, and get some more ammo. And meanwhile, I'm going to cut the footage to when I get back up in the air. Okay. So we're back after rearming our Corsair, and we made it back to the enemy airfield. I am loitering close to his airfield, and I really don't want to go inside the AAA net of the airfield. And I asked the guy in the game chat about his plans, whether he wants to fight or J out, but he didn't respond. So I took his silence as an answer that he does want to fight, perhaps. So we also had a friendly who got fed up and tried to strafe the enemy on landing, but the Spitfire dude went full throttle and evaded the strafe from him, and our friendly ate the dirt. You can faintly make out the smoke plume on the enemy airfield where he crashed. Yeah. Anyway, so the Spitfire is coming towards us, and we're also going to go toward him, and we're kind of going to cut him off from getting more energy. And let's see. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna initiate our turn towards him, and we're gonna fake a head-on and pop auto engine controls for their maximum prop pitch and 0 rads. We're gonna go up. He's going down. He should have gone down further, but he decided to come back up. Usually this would work in an LF Mark 9, but not against an F2G. The F2G has too much engine power, and so he's going down again, and we're gonna start peppering him. There we go, critical. I don't know what it is, probably some kind of a wing root damage. Now that is really gonna hurt him and his flight characteristics, and he kind of tries to come back up for us, but he's lost so much energy in all those turns that he really can't keep it up. He's gonna try and dive back down, but we're gonna set him on fire, and there we go, our 6th kill for the game. And this game is kind of special. I really enjoyed it because I was trying to get the Hedgehog and Co challenge for the Battle Pass challenges, and I got it with these last 5 kills. I just needed 5 more kills for that, and with that last challenge we also got the final and the main challenge for the season. That was the season strike. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I know the dog fights in this video, they weren't as intense as I would have liked them to be, but it was what we got. Just the enemy team kind of gave up all the advantages that they had, and it kind of showcases how effective and how punishing the F2G can be. So there we go, we got the Mark of Distinction, the Hedgehog and Co., and also the Season Strike. So that concludes the Battle Pass Season 1, and I'm looking forward to the second season as well. And there it is, the standard camo. I really like the entire look of this thing with the bubble canopy and that huge engine that's called a corn cob. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, the Pratt& and Whitney 4360, and they do show the 3053 horsepower with WEP, and I really enjoy the entire look of it. It's like a steampunk gull wing design. I really like the Corsairs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed playing it. Yeah, so yeah, see you guys later in the next videos.